a foreign player yourself, this league has grown in tremendous ways. It's a very global game, a global league, and top 3 this year for the MVP race is international players. I think that says a lot about the game. I think that says a lot about the growth of, basketball in other countries is huge. But if you had a vote, who are you voting for MVP this year?
Oh yeah, if I had to vote for MVP, I mean, like, obviously it's got to be like, my Cameroonian brother. Like, it's got to be like, it's got to be Embiid. Like, I think that, he's doing it, at all. Like, he's been doing it for years, but like, just, this year doing it at an incredible level. And he's just playing unbelievable basketball. Like, the team is winning. He's doing on both ends of the floor. And I'm sure there's like a lot of other people out there that deserve it, like, like the Tatums and the Jokic and like all these people. But I think for me, like, obviously I might be biased, but at the same time, it's like it would be awesome to see someone from where I'm from like win an MVP. Like, that would be crazy. It's crazy inspiration. Like, just to know that, like, man, like this is really possible. Like, and not only that I'm biased, I think he also deserves it.
No, for sure. I think he's deserving as well. I must say, and I now know Joel listens to this stuff because he bust my ass last week because of something I said on here. So I'm gonna throw that out there. But I must say,
Uh-huh.
after he had that conversation with me at half court about why he just played the way he played, for him to not play versus Denver,
Ah,
especially the way he dropped Joker off in Philly. Like, he really went at Joker in Philly.
right,
He
right,
got the best of that matchup that night. I was a little disappointed that he didn't play in Denver that night. I must say that.
right,
But
right.
you just said something very interesting. And it's a real thing. What you said, I may be biased. What I want to say to that is, you probably are biased. And
Right.
you are. There's no probably. You are biased. Now, it's a good bias because Joel is right there. It's not like you're saying something random. Like, Joel
Right,
should be MVP.
right,
But my point with that is, the people who are making these decisions are also biased.
right,
And that's one of the issues that I have with these awards, because you think about these awards. These awards decide if you're going to be in the Hall of Fame.
right,
These awards decide how you're going to be viewed and what you've put 15, 20 years of your life into ultimately in the long run. And like, you have these people voting, and I just disagree with the voting criteria. Like, I mean, like, who's voting?
right,
I don't quite understand that, because there are biases. Just like you just said, I'm a little biased.
right.
You can't tell me, like, if I'm up for Defensive Player of the Year and it's me versus someone else, do you think Kendrick Perkins wouldn't be biased towards me as Defensive Player, like voting for me Defensive Player, even if I'm deserving? Like, I 100% think he'd be biased. And so,
Right,
like, what do you make of, like, who's voting for these awards and
right,
like the way it's determined? Because another thing it does is it determines how much money you make.
right.
And that's crazy to me.
For sure. Yeah, no. It's pretty crazy. And I think for me, that's why, like I said, like I've just disconnected myself totally from that, just because I'm like, yo, like I really don't understand it. Like, I don't get it. And like you said, it's like just people voting for that. And yeah, some might have biases, like, so it's like what do you do? Like, I'm sorry, who do we make to have these votes? Like, I don't know. Like, who do we choose instead of those people to vote? Like, do we have computers voting? Like, what do we do? You know what I mean? Like, I don't I
Yeah.
don't know. Like, I feel like it's just so hard. And and I feel like, yeah, it's gonna be biased, like, and it's hard. Like, it's like, who do you I just don't know how to respond to it, because I'm like, who do you put in that position to make those votes? Like would you suggest, like, to be voting for all NBA and like all this stuff? Like, who do you think?
I think just like other things, coaches, because like there's a way of doing that you can't vote for your player, right? Like, you can't vote for your guy. I
Mhm.
think they have a better sense. They watch the most film. Like, I just think it has to be a better way in deciding these things. Now, I know the argument that they would make as coaches. Well, some coaches would do this so you don't make as much. Like,
Right.
I don't think there's a perfect answer,
Yeah.
but I do think at some point it has to be addressed. Like for instance, all-star starter. Maybe there's a situation of media carries this much weight, coaches carry this much weight, and then we equal out the two in some way. But I just think the way that it's done right now, I'm just not totally sure I agree
tough,
with it.
Man. It's hard. That's why, like I told you, bro, like I try to just like, man, like I can control it. Whatever happens, happens, you know?
What's up, everybody? It's Draymond Green. Make sure you subscribe to the Volumes YouTube channel below so you don't miss any more of this great content going forward.